Biaruhanga. Now let's go to our first story. Residents of Chiruhura District who have gathered in Rushere Playground have thanked government of Uganda for the better service delivery despite a few challenges in the implementation of some of the services. However, they have requested to make improvements in the health, education and water supply. The appeal was made at a mass rally addressed by Ruth Rujochi Mushabe, an aspirant for Chiruhura District woman, member of representative for the 12th Parliament. Details of this story is there.
At Kaguta Road Junction off the Masakambara Highway Ardent, supporters of Ruth Rujoki Mushabe, the woman aspirant for Chiruhura District, converged to welcome a much-anticipated contest for the NRM flag bearership district woman MPship for Chiruhura District in the 2026 polls. Shortly after the NRM Electoral Commission Chairman Dr. Tango Doi duly certified her for the race. In every trading center on Kaguta Road to Rushere Town, boda cyclists were chanting the name of Ruth Rujoki Mushabe, who they portrayed as a myth that they now want to confine their hopes in for better service delivery in the district. Speaking to thousands of her supporters at Rushere Playground, Ruth Rujoki Mushabe thanked the NRM Electoral Commission boss Dr. Tang Odoi for duly nominating her to the stand as an aspirant for Chiruhura District woman MP seat in the NRM primaries. Ruth Rujoki pledged for emphasis on household income, education, empowering women and youth, and water supply, among others, explicitly elaborated in her manifesto.
tukaronda amakorera gakubasa kwija ndakubagambira ngo eti ya president imwahurire 4 modo PDM emyoga reka tubyongerira bamanye ngo district yakurugamu ekavurira kandi yamukora.
She told the residents of Chiruhura District to remain focused on the fight against poverty.
Nyenda gogo murimo kutwatandika hati tukugumize kumwe.
Despite her commitment on the fight against poverty, residents here are troubled with rampant power shutdown and unreliable water supply.
Yendangu honorable Rusun kugambira ngo abahagizi bawe ukubabe barwo mu kutandika na hatu nkwe bari kandi ko baragume tubina plan yo kucenderaho
ntubashaba ngo mugumene muhagera mutyo okusya obuteratera karuru kandi ngenda kubashabeki akaruru ko businge tubakubasa kuchabera aha tukagera karuru kabi.
Thank you, Faith, for that report. Now, let's go to our next story. The International Trade Center, in partnership with the Ministry of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives, has launched the Sustainable Business for Uganda SB4U project, valued at 33 billion Uganda shillings. Officiating the launch, the Minister of Trade, Francis Mwebesa, said that the initiative aims to enhance Uganda's competitiveness in both regional and global trade. Mary Namokose brings us to speed.
The Sustainable Business for Uganda 2.0 Trade and Investment is a 4-year project Funded by the European Union and implemented by the International Trade Center, the key objective of the project is to facilitate and promote inclusive, sustainable and green trade and investment between Uganda and the European Union.
The SB4U project is therefore a strategic step. The main initiatives aligning with the Ministry's efforts improve the trade and investment climate and strengthen the climate and strengthen the capacity of Uganda's businesses, particularly small and medium enterprises.
The project is designed to strengthen policy frameworks in selected sectors, ultimately expanding Uganda's export market.
Seeks to strengthen the policy framework for a number of priority value chains. Trade and investment is such a wide concept. There's so many policies to be tackled. We didn't want the program to spread itself too thinly. So therefore, in agreement with government and ITC, we decided to focus on a number of specific sectors. These sectors are tourism, logistics, and grains.
The program supports Uganda's journey towards a green economy by empowering SMEs to adopt sustainable practices and become resilient in the face of climate and economic shocks.
The project we're launching today was designed to help make sure that Ugandan SMEs have the policy and business environment they need to grow, compete, and trade, both within the continent and internationally, especially in a global economic environment where upheaval and crisis seem to be the order of the day. It places a strong emphasis on quality compliance and standards so that Ugandan SMEs are well placed to compete in new markets and meet their requirements, especially those in the European Union.
The project has been welcomed by small and medium enterprises who are hopeful it will transform their business operations and give them an edge in both local and international markets.
Of course, one of our biggest things is lack of capital. We are being educated every other day. We are being made investor ready every other day. But what steps are there beyond being made investor ready, beyond being invited for this workshop?
Mary Namkose, UBC News.
Thank you, Mary, for that report. Now let's go to Entebbe. The Entebbe Municipal Authority has signed a memorandum of understanding with the Chinese Xinjiangxi International Contractors to begin the construction of a 6.1-kilometer Katabi-Bunono-Busambaga-Chitinda road at a cost of 40.8 billion shillings to be completed within 18 months. Now, the project is under the Greater Kampala Urban Development Program, which focuses on better coordination and improved infrastructure. Let's see more of this report.
We are hoping that this road that we are going to create an alternative route to the ever-busy expressway or airport expressway. And we have seen in times where that Chiruhura area floods, people are stuck. So we're hoping that this will create an alternative route which would help the people have access, ease. You've all been here when we have huge conferences. The road is so busy and blocked most times. So this alternative route will ease transportation. As of today, the right of way. So far we have consent from 179 people out of the 194, which is 92%. But we are very cognizant of the fact that we have to have right of way done completely, which we know we will get. We ask our people not to be misled by the ones who claim that there is compensation for them to get out of the way. This is a project that helps the community. There is no budget for compensation.
In Entebbe municipality, we are signing contract for, this is the third contract for construction works within this municipality. And the next thing we will focus on is creating workspaces This Greater Kampala Metropolitan Area Urban Development Program is a huge program, which is 5-year government of Uganda program, financed by World Bank and the French Development Agency. We are soon moving to the mid-term review, Your Worship. And as we move to the mid-term review, we are making sure that our entities fast-track implementation.
We're looking forward to working with all of you, stakeholders, to make sure that at the end of the day, we have a quality product. And from my office and the rest of the team, we want to assure you that you have our full support, and we're looking forward to working with you, to each one of you.
Now let's go to our next story. Coffee gardens and other crops have been destroyed on an 8-acre piece of land in Karue, Gombe Division in Wakiso District. It follows a land wrangle between family members of Joseph Modu. The deputy RDC in charge of Nansana Municipality, Charles Ranga, visited the area and condemned the act. Let's see more of this story.
Coffee and banana plantation, maize, Irish potato gardens and trees with worth 100 million shillings were destroyed on an 8-acre piece of land located at Karue, Gombe Division in Nansana Municipality. The destroyed garden belonged to Teo Namkasa, who claims they have been farming on the land for over 35 years, although bulldozers destroyed their gardens without notice. Namkasa explains that it was caused by a disagreement among family members of Joseph Modu.
Ayonone mwanyeka ezo 2 n'ekitundu okuva wali okutuuka kuli mwalimu ebitooke byali biyitooka ng'ebitooke eryeka emu nabyo byonna ne babiyiwa muwogo yali side wali muwogo yenna omusiri gwa muwogo ne bagusaanyaawo wali weewali lumonde naye ne bamusaanyaawo awo waliwo vanilla wange naye ne bamusaanyaawo.
The deputy RDC in charge, Nansana Municipality, Charles Ranga, convened a meeting at Karue in Gombe, Nansana Municipality, where some family members attended and condemned the practice of destroying property.
Administrator baganda bange basokota bwede yasooka nimbagamba nopya kyalunga chairman abagenda okusenda ekifo ekyo tebakikola kubanga ekibanga ekyo sikyani sikyaffe.
Disputes actually affect government programs like PDM, because if these people in villages are disturbed by land grabbers, our PDM program might not succeed. So the reason we are coming in, we come in first of all to assure bona fide bibanja owners that for us as a government we shall be protecting them. No one inside Uganda has a right to evict these bibanja owners.
Ranga, however, cautioned those involved in destroying people's gardens and advised the family of Joseph Modu to sit and discuss to resolve family issues amicably.
Thank you, Sudat, for that report. Now let's go to schools in Monokono. The LC1 chairpersons in Monokono District have expressed concern over the increasing school dropouts in the district, which they blame on the laziness of parents. This was during the handover of the finished infrastructure buildings and furniture donated by the government to the schools, including Miss India Primary School, Takajuge Primary School and Umeya Primary School. Let's see the details of this report.
It's going to change so much the way we have been handling the children. We have been handling large classes, and now those large classes are going to be streamed. so that we get at least about 65 pupils per class. So it will be so easy for teachers to teach these children effectively when they are able to teach and access each and every learner in the school.
I'm so grateful because when we got the natural calamity on 23rd of March 2023, the government under the leadership of Monokono municipality came for the rescue immediately. They provided whiteboards, they gave us markers, they have been in there for us ever since. New constructions were done immediately, renovations have been done, so we are so grateful and we hope that we are going to utilize the given buildings to us to carry on effective teaching and learning activities.
Now let's go to our next story. Financial Reporting Awards 2025 by the In-State of the Certified Public Accounts of Uganda have been rolled out, also known as the FIRE Awards, the Financial Reporting Awards, gears at promoting sustainable financial reporting, accountability, and financial sustainability are supported by the New Vision and Capital Markets Authority and the Uganda Security Exchange. Now, the chairperson, Financial Reporting, Ards Stephen Endeget, and the chairperson, Standards at the ICPAU, Charles Lutimba, and the support corporate bodies launched the exercise that has begun this month and stretches up to the end of September this year. They are being held under the theme Sustainability Practices and Reporting in Uncertain Global Times. Let's see more of this report.
Fire!
Fire!
Fire 2025!
Fire 2025!
Here we come! Thank you.
What we're trying to say is without financial reporting, a potential investor cannot be able to evaluate and be confident that they are investing in a reputable company. So the bedrock of successful capital raising is FIRE reporting, as we have been said to say it. FIRE.
Fire. All we are saying is come as you are. Maybe your board is not yet well structured, we'll help you on that. Maybe you're still struggling with ESG matters, we'll help on that. Maybe you still have reporting issues. The experts are here to help you. Come participate in the awards, at a good place to begin. But even as you come to us, we have trainings in terms of onboarding, trainings which will still help you to handhold you.
The theme has an aspect of sustainability, but also uncertain times. And these sustainability issues are issues that have really touched base in all our way of life. You will notice that last year in September, the Institute adopted what we call the IFRS Sustainability Disclosure Standards. Those standards were adopted, and we are currently working on the roadmap. A roadmap that is going to give guidance, for example, on who is expected to apply the standards, when are they expected to start voluntarily and or mandatorily, and what are some of the features or expectations in as far as the reporting on such practices is concerned. So our themes in the past years of FIRE Awards have rotated around sustainability, ESG, and the sort, integrated reporting, and many, many others. We have continued with that spirit, with the spirit of bringing forth aspects of sustainability reporting. The only challenge this time we are introducing is that we're going to talk about sustainability reporting, but in uncertain global times.
To promote clear and meaningful presentation of financial and business information. And one of the things we look at, how easy to read is your report. Can someone in a rural Uganda be able to read and understand? So wanted to check that, to highlight outstanding examples of excellence in financial reporting. So once we go through the process, we single out good, outstanding reports and make them available. To foster corporate governance through a culture of transparency, honesty, and accountability, in how organizations share their performance and operations. Emphasize the importance of strong financial reporting as a foundation for accessing capital and attracting investment. And this is key for our Capital Markets Authority and Uganda Security Exchange. Markets rely on information which is accurate. And that's why then, through this process, we are enhancing that.
And gentlemen, welcome to 2025 Fire Awards, theme of the year.
Fire Awards, there for you now. UBC Lunchtime News will take a very brief break and will return with business.
Here's your chance to win school fees for your child for a whole year. Just pay school fees using Momo.
Hi, Mango Senior School. We are here to reward one of our winners that paid school fees with Momo, and they got themselves school fees for a whole year.
The winner is my little sister. We loaded the money on my line. We did a payment. So basically that's the story behind as to why it's me and then mom. It's such a relief for any parent, because you imagine sitting at the back and knowing the child is going to do school for a full year. You're not worried about anything whatsoever. So I'm excited. Thank you, MTN.
This is continuous, so please, I call upon everyone to continue paying school fees with Momo. Dial *165 *80 hash and pay school fees with Momo and stand a chance to win school fees for a whole year.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the Rider Selection Campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends to form a team of 4, and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety, and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll-free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
It's a FlexiPay cashback explosion. Shop and pay with your FlexiPay. Cashback instant. It's a FlexiPay cashback explosion.
It's a FlexiPay cashback explosion. Simply shop and pay with your FlexiPay at activating outlets and enjoy instant cashbacks. Terms and conditions apply. Stanbic Bank is regulated by the Bank of Uganda, and customer deposits are protected by the Deposit Protection Fund up to 10 million Uganda shillings.
Here's your chance to win school fees for your child for a whole year. Just pay school fees using Momo.
Hi, Mango Senior School. We are here to reward one of our winners that paid school fees with Momo, and they got themselves school fees for a whole year.
The winner is my little sister. We loaded the money on my line. We did a payment. So basically that's the story behind as to why it's me and then mom. It's such a relief for any parent, because you imagine sitting at the back and knowing the child is going to do school for a full year. You're not worried about anything whatsoever. So I'm excited. Thank you, MTN.
This is continuous, so please, I call upon everyone to continue paying school fees with Momo. Dial *165 *80 hash and pay school fees with Momo and stand a chance to win school fees for a whole year.
Use waters on your wallet. Bobby, again! What's this drama?
Drama? Colleagues, elections for special interest groups are calling. SIGs, elections, youth, PWDs, elderly. It's time to vote for our leaders, June through August. from village to parish to district to nationals, youth, PWDs, elderly. It's time, go vote your leaders. No! FOB! Elections are supposed to be peaceful. Easy vote, okay?
Youth, elderly, and persons with disabilities. It's time to choose our leaders. Let's show up and participate in the Special Interest Group elections. Starting June through August this year. Your vote, your voice. My vote, my voice. This message is brought to you by the Uganda Electoral Commission.
In the neighborhood, near stagnant water and mosquito breeding sites, malaria lurks, always waiting to strike. But fear not, for here comes Mr. Vaxa, the ultimate protector against malaria. For years, malaria has been one of the biggest threats to children under 5, making them weak and even putting their lives at risk. But now, the government is introducing a new solution, the malaria vaccine. The malaria vaccine is now in the routine immunization schedule. The malaria vaccine is administered in 4 doses. At 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, and 18 months. This vaccine will provide extra protection against severe malaria. And don't forget, routine immunization protects children from many deadly diseases. Every vaccine matters. Visit the nearest health facility for routine immunization services today. Mr. Vaxa, the malaria vaccine, is free, safe, and ready to protect our children. Will you join the fight and complete all 4 doses? For more information, call the Ministry of Health on 0800-100-066. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health.
The Prime Minister of Uganda, Honorable Robin Nabbanja, invites the general public to her Thanksgiving ceremony to honor God for the gift of life and leadership. At the same event, we shall thank His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni for his visionary leadership and mentorship. This function will take place on 21st June 2025 at Mpasana Town Council Playground, Cooperative District, starting with Mass at 10 a.m. The chief guest will be His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Your presence will be greatly appreciated.
A very welcome back from that brief break. UBC Lunchtime News continues with business. After 24 years of having no bank to its name, the Uganda Cooperatives Alliance finally revives a bank to serve its people. According to Ivan Asimwe, the General Secretary at the Uganda Cooperatives Alliance, the formation of this bank is meant to financially help smaller holder farmers and SMEs. Marian Awori has the details of this story.
The last time Uganda Cooperative Alliance had a bank to their name was the year 1999. Ivan Asimwe is enthusiastic that the long wait is finally over and smallholder farmers can now easily access financial help.
Cooperators across the country, from all regions of the country, have unanimously passed a resolution, and not only ending at a resolution, but have started a cooperative bank. We have been talking for quite some time, close to 10 plus years, and all our views were, when do we start a cooperative bank?
Cooperatives are autonomous bodies, but the cooperatives touch the community. So we are saying the government, through its Ministry of Cooperatives, will be cautious in handling issues of the cooperative bank and the cooperative movement affairs. We leave them operate organically. They operate like they are forming a bank. Ours is to guide them.
The cooperative bank will begin at Tier 4 as a mini financial body, and according to the administrators, it will slowly be elevated to the level of other banks.
We have not started by calling ourselves a bank, but rather we have started under Tier 4 under the name of the National Financial Cooperative Society Limited, which has been agreed upon as all cooperators in the country. And most importantly, the cooperators have even committed money.
cooperative representatives from the different regions in Uganda expressed their expectation with the bank's creation.
We grew up knowing when I was young that there was a cooperative bank which was meeting the requirements of the farmers. And when the UCA came up with the idea of re-establishing a defunct cooperative bank, we ourselves are really very happy.
What we have agreed with my cooperators that let us start as a society. And we came up with a name called the National Financial Cooperative Society Limited.
Uganda Cooperatives Alliance has injected 12 million Uganda shillings towards the bank. Marion Awori and Dan Lugemwa reporting for UBC.
Including young job seekers, private sector leaders, policy influencers, and innovators. Dennis Sigoa brings us to speed.
As you can see, Brighter Monday Uganda, and based on the market needs in Uganda market, we also pivoted into learning and skilling. So we are not only connecting seekers to opportunities, we are also skilling them. We are helping them to be more competitive in this workforce. We are helping them to have an entrepreneurship mindset so that we can create as many opportunities as possible.
And then for the average young person, and for many people here today as well, there's an added lens of marginalization. You find young women, getting married young, being forced to drop out. Fees is prioritized for others over them. You find persons with disabilities, seen and unseen, who are left behind. No devices, no transport, and just this idea that you're stigmatized in society. We have a lot of refugees, so people who have come to Uganda as a safe haven and need to integrate into society. They also want to be productive, they also need work. That adds another lens, and we can't leave anybody behind, right? So when you look at it this way, you realize that the work it takes to bridge a gap like this is monumental. It's not something Brighter Monday can do alone. It's not something that government can do alone. We all have to come together, and it has to be a combination of, yes, young people raising your voices and us listening to those voices.
If there are opportunities outside your typical classroom and it's something that you feel like you can do, please do it, because that's where your drive comes from. You will not know until you step into these kind of opportunities. But then let me just add a few things that I have seen for my time of interacting with the youth. One, especially for the Ugandan context, is confidence. We are not selling ourselves. Our youth can do so much. We have skilled youth, we have employed youth, we have knowledgeable youth, and I tell you this from experience, but the ability to sell ourselves.
And now to our next business story. Airtel Uganda, in partnership with Cisco, has launched Network as a Service, NAS, a groundbreaking solution designed to transform how businesses connect and grow in the digital era. It marks a major step in Airtel's drive to support Uganda's growing tech economy. Sandra Kahunde brings us to speed.
Airtel Uganda has launched Network as a Service, a cloud-based platform offering businesses fully managed by world-class network solutions. The solution eliminates the need for heavy hardware investment, allowing enterprises to scale their IT networks quickly, securely, and cost-effectively.
Technology that we are bringing here, there are a lot of blue color on the USA. Have you seen it? So it means USA can stop us to go there. But technology, we are there, same which anybody else in the world is using. So physical barricades, no more, stops you from getting what you want, which is state of art, used by most developed country anywhere in the world.
We deploy our network as a managed solution for businesses, so that businesses, especially small ones, concentrate on their core businesses. If you are in small manufacturing, you are able to concentrate on your manufacturing. You leave the IT services to us in a managed way so that you pay a monthly fee and then we take care of everything. You don't have to buy switches, you don't have to buy. There's a few devices you'll buy at your site, but this is a cloud-based service which allows us to manage for you the security, allows you to build an architecture. If you want to deploy to many branches, maybe you are in pharmaceutical or or health, you have various branches for your clinic. We are able to connect them and manage them at once.
Powered by Cisco's global technology, NAS offers on-demand scalability, built-in security, and round-the-clock technical support tailored to the needs of Ugandan businesses, from startups to large enterprises.
I think this is where we are talking about, while the network is getting complex, the businesses are getting complex, they are getting more and more competitive. Technology is, of course, getting more complex, but there's also a thing that the way people, the way these global companies are working, the whole job is to simplify the technology.
We are able to negotiate the cost down because of scale. Because we are dealing with so many customers, we have deployed these facilities, we are able to give you an average cost that is low. And then you have added security.
Airtel Uganda's new solution positions the company as a leader, helping businesses grow smarter, faster, and more securely. Joseph Chigozigola, Sandra Kahunde, UBC News.
And now to our international story. U.S. President Donald Trump has threatened to kill Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, calling him an easy target and demanding Iran's unconditional surrender. Writing on Truth Social, Trump warned we will know exactly where he's hiding, but the U.S. would not take action, at least for now. The worrying comes after the escalating tensions as the U.S. warplanes head to the Middle East. Israel's war with Iran now is in its 5th day and began with strikes of the nuclear sites. Meanwhile, Tehran residents flee amid explosions as Iran urges evacuations of the Israeli cities. BBC News reports from the region. Now let's go sports. As the sports community embraces the new sports law that was signed into law on the 27th January 2025, the National Council of Sports at the forefront, with several sports associations and federations are rushing to meet the council's set deadline for the registration. Now, however, a lot of questions still linger about this law. In this 3-part series, we share insights of our conversations with Dr. Donald Rukari as the sports lawyer and administrator about the different aspects of the law. Grace brings us the details of this report.
After the President of Uganda, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, assented to the sports bill on the 27th of January 2025, the National Council of Sports issued a directive asking sports associations and federations to register or re-register with the Council by 20th of June 2025. Dr. Donald Dukare, a sports lawyer and administrator, details what the law addresses compared to the previous one.
So currently, the new legal framework for sports in Uganda as of 2023 August is the National Sports Act, CAP 151, read together with the regulations, which were just recently adopted on the 14th of March 2025. And also you could say you read this together with the National Sports Policy, and in many other ways, other attendant frameworks like the Constitution of Uganda, the IOC Charter, and in case of Olympics, and international federation statutes and constitutions of the various 51 or so national associations or federations. It introduces a number of new things. So just a quick whistle-stop overview of the law is that one, it provides for a declaration of a national sports, which is a new thing. So you have to be declared a national sports code. And this is for the new one. The pre-existing one, the 51 or so, under the schedule to the law will be kept. But if there's a new sport coming on board, you have to be declared a national sports association or national sports. It introduces interesting distinctions. Previously, we were all volunteer associations. Now, with this new legal framework, we have the option of being a national association, which means you only deal with amateur sport, and you have to have about 50% coverage of the districts in Uganda. If you're in a federation, you'll be dealing with both amateur and professional, and you deal with 75% of the districts. So it has changed a bit. That's a new thing. We have the new law also introduces a national recognition and reward scheme for athletes and everybody in the ecosystem. Currently, we have the presidential directive in place, so the national recognition and reward scheme is new. It introduces community clubs, which is new to registration. It introduces a new configured National Council of Sports. Before, the term of office for the members of the council and the chair was 2 years. Now it is 4. There used to be about 11 members, now there are 7. Including athletes representative, including representative of the disabilities, a representative of the federations. It also includes, for the first time, anti-doping provisions, creation of a national anti-doping agency, which is welcome. It provides for commercial rights. So these are new aspects that are within the law. It provides for broadcast, image, media rights, which are vested with the federations. It provides for the registration and licensing of agents and promoters. It deals with issues of hooliganism and violence in sport. It deals with questions of how we deal with minors below the age of 16 and there needs to be supervision. It deals with the participation and management of international competitions. It deals with cooperation between national federations and the Ministry of Education and Ministry of Health on issues of primary school, secondary school, tertiary universities competitions. These have to be done in collaboration with the Ministry of Education and Sports together with the Ministry of Health. It also goes on to deal with illegal betting and manipulation of sport. So the new law, it also provides for arbitration. It also provides for academies and licensing of academies and certification of the agents and promoters, as I said earlier. So you can see it's a very comprehensive set of areas that the new law captures.
Dr. Ukari also highlights what the federations have been asked to do exactly by the 20th of June 2025.
Now, with specific reference to the existing national association and federations, with the coming into force of the statutory instrument on the 14th of March, they have until 20th of June to register under the new dispensation. A number of the organizations that we have currently, most of them, the majority, the vast majority, close to 99%, close to 100%, are registered as trusts. Because this was necessitated under the old regime, so they're trusts. So, first of all, we need to register afresh under the new dispensation. Most likely, they will be incorporated as companies by guarantee. And then once that is done, once they get that, they'll come to National Council of Sports. That's where they'll get incorporated, and they apply for registration. So they'll have to determine whether they're going to be an association for amateur and 50%, or a federation, 75%, both amateur and professional. So I think the first port of call for the existing bodies is that they need to go down to National Council of Sports, get the requisite forms. There's, I think, Form 3, and other forms, which again detail the requirements that they will need to, show us your management structure, your constitution, your financials, which districts you're in, how many athletes you have. So there's a whole set of requirements, and within that framework of the new regulations and law, that national federations will get that form, comply. Some will have to change their constitutions because there's going to be issues of membership. How do you ensure that you have membership that is of a national character? So that's what they have to do between now and 2030.
The sports desk will follow up next on the roles of the different sports stakeholders as allotted in the new sports law. Grace Joyce Kemgisa, UBC News.
Thank you, Grace, for that sports story. Now, that sports story has brought us to the very end of UBC Lunchtime News. I am Brian Tumwine Bierhanga. Goodbye and God bless Uganda.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Every Wednesday, live in our studios in the heart of Kampala.
We have to change the political culture in this country, really. Who has bewitched Ugandans?
I want to assure you, as government, we shall do whatever it takes to ensure that Ugandans are safe.
We have conversations that have analysis, explanation.
This law society, this union of theirs, because they want a job everywhere, they want to be this, they want to be that, they want... No. We know it's a union.
You cannot be making a road, bitumen grade 1, in Congo for 5 billion.
But not every truth is fact, and not every fact is truth.
The argument that the General Court Martial is responsible for peace and stability is without basis, either in law or in fact.
We have been told how Napoleon was a great orator. Now, Napoleon cannot help me get food. They told me combine harvest in Saskatchewan. I don't know where Saskatchewan is. This is a geography we're taught. Instead of teaching me how to preserve Mabera forest, they're teaching me about Rhineland. This is a problem we got. We cannot run away from it.
Right now, you hear very disgusting stories of members of parliament. Instead of discussing the details of loans, they ask for their cuts.
Every Wednesday, 10 p.m. on your public broadcaster.
All on your public broadcaster, UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Did you know that our #1 value as a nation is to respect and protect the environment? With the current population increase of Uganda and industrialization, this has increased pressure on the natural resources, resulting into environmental degradation and global warming. Developing countries like Uganda could face 80% of the global climate change effects by the year 2030 if no action is taken. Join us here on UBC TV, Inspiring Uganda, on our Eco Plus program, where we bring you an in-depth analysis of issues that are disastrous to our environment. Every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. only on your loved station, the National Broadcaster.
Dear UBC TV viewer, UPDF Legacy, a popular program previously airing on Sundays at 9 p.m. will now air every Thursday at 11 p.m. on UBC TV. The program delves into UPDF's transformation efforts, protection and service to the nation by showcasing the Army's contribution to national development and regional stability. Join us as we continue to explore the Uganda People's Defense Forces mandate of preserving and defending national sovereignty and territorial integrity over our motherland, Uganda. Stay tuned for more informative programs, stories, interviews and updates about the works of the UPDF. We look forward to sharing UPDF's legacy with you. This is just an adjustment in time, but the same great content.
My name is Damali Sali and I welcome you to this episode of the Ideation Corner. The Ideation Corner is a space where ideas are discussed and dissected. And today I host Ivy Kaitesi, who is the co-founder of Imanitech. And she's going to tell us all about it. Ivy, you're very welcome.
Thank you. It's so good to be here. I was shocked when I got this invite
It's a pleasure to be here. Anyway, yeah, my name is Ivy. I work with Imanitech. We started Imanitech last year in August. And what Imanitech is about is, Imani Technologies. We have reinvented...
Why the name, by the way? Imani, what is it?
Well, it's a name I wanted to give my first child.
You still can.
Yeah, it is a name. Still there. So now people will relate with a business and a child.
Okay.
So yeah, Imani Technologies has reinvented the way we connect as business people, as corporates. You go to an event, you have 100 business cards, you go back home and you can't find them. You can't relate and remember who this actually belonged to, who you collected this from. So we sat down during COVID. An idea just happened because we saw it happening in another country, in the US. People have smart business cards. So like, how about we bring this in the country? And it was during COVID times. People are limiting contacts. You can't just go and hug Damali, you can't touch her, it's hi, knuckles, those things. And yeah, so we thought of a smart business card that allows people to connect just a tap or a scan of a QR code instead of me printing 100 paper business cards to go to a conference. I give one to Damali, I give one to this one. Why not have just one card in my wallet? I don't want to be bulky, carrying 100 flyers, 100 cards, a notebook, a pen, all those things just to connect at a conference. I'm going to carry one smart card that I'm going to use to tap on someone's smartphone, scan the QR code behind, and connect with Damali immediately. So yeah, what the card is, it's NFC enabled. It's
let's go back just a bit. Give me one of the cards.
Yeah, this is the card.
So this is, I'm Damali Sari. I decide to get your card.
Yes.
It will have my contact details.
To have your contact details.
So how do I share it? Because traditionally I would have had my business card and shared
just
it
swap,
with you. So now you're saying I have this card. How do I share it?
Okay, so now the card is NFC enabled. It's
what does that mean?
It's called near field connection or communication. So just like how you have Bluetooth, I have a song on my phone, you want it, I will switch on Bluetooth, we connect immediately. So I will switch on my NFC on my phone and I'll tap Damali's card on my phone. So it will just do ting and it reads it immediately. It will show Damali's phone numbers, email, social media platforms.
So when I have this in my name and I meet you on your phone,
I need to have NFC. That it's a feature on phones. So I need to have it.
And then you tap my card
on my